So account-based marketing, honestly, is not something that I tend to think about with smaller businesses, and we'll get into that maybe later on as to why that's the case. Um, but let's set the scene. So can you explain what account-based marketing is in general and how B2B companies typically use it?
Yeah, I'll give you kind of the three different definitions that I think people experience, and then I'll tell you what I think it should be. So the highest level is account-based marketing. If you Google it, you'll likely interact with an ABM platform of some kind. And what ABM platforms do very, very well is what is called account-based advertising. So you can upload a list, and then you can advertise to those people exclusively across, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, Google, all your different ad networks. So people will start to read that, and the base level understanding is, oh, it's ads. So that's where a lot of people start is I'm just going to run an ad list to people that are my target accounts and try to get them to come and buy my stuff. That's not ABM. That's like one very small component of ABM. But that's where a lot of people kind of start in their ABM journey. The next layer, which is where I think a lot of people are currently living, is the recognition that it is a B2B growth strategy that aligns sales and marketing around a set of shared target accounts. And I actually think that's a fantastic definition at its core. The challenge that people run into, and this is why I think you have a disdain for ABM, and I think that's why most people have a disdain for ABM, is that definition is then accompanied by, so you need to buy the ABM platform so you can get what is called intent data, so you can get account-based advertising, so you can get email signature mark, like all these different tools. So my pitch on you should run a scrappy ABM strategy is look at the existing resources and tools you have today. Your entire goal is how do we align on who we want to go after? Like who are the contacts, who are the companies that we say these are going to be our best fit customers, get sales and marketing on the same page about that, and then using the resources you have today, build an account-based marketing program that might be email, that might be some level of advertising. It could also be one of my favorite plays is getting into the communities where my target accounts live and hanging out there, going on to the podcasts where I know my target accounts are listening to raise awareness for things that I think would be beneficial for them. So again, it's taking the core fundamentals and then stripping away all of the vendor pushed best practices to actually get down to how do we reach these target accounts and close our best fit customers with the tools and the resources we have today.
Right, absolutely. So I love the fact that you say, yeah, that's where people's disdain comes from. Because I think, sadly, it has been driven that. Now, I've been doing this a long time, let's say. So when I was first doing ABM, it was before a lot of these tech companies had started or had got into the game, right? So ABM at one point was the second and third thing that you talked about, right? It was about getting a targeted list, finding ways to reach out to them, and working very closely between sales and marketing, right? That's what it was.